no one could prepare me for a real beef between Tia and Tamera Mowry. Like, for real, for real. Like, y'all share the same face, but one of y'all is a sister, and one of y'all is a sister.
But Tia is the villain between the two.
There is a trend that is going viral right now. It is a trend of Netflix documentary. People are talking about a very controversial time of their life or very difficult time of their life, and they are saying, preparing for my Netflix documentary on so thing. So people are going to mention that controversial of that very hard moment that they've been through. So Tia Mowry decided to join this trend, which a lot of people believe that it's like digging a pit for Tamera to be dragged. So on that trend, she said, me when Netflix makes a documentary about having the same face, but completely different lives. A lot of people believe that this is to get Tamera dragged, and people are now dragging her, saying that this has backfired because it is obviously clear that you are jealous of Tamera. Now people are bringing up reasons as to why they think a lot of people hated, Tamera before, and why they are now seeing it clearly now that Tia is actually the jealous sibling. Tia is the one who is jealous of Tamera. And they are pointing out on so many occasions that they believe that it's a moment of jealousy and that Tia is actually who we thought Tamera was. And I want to believe that the amount of hate that was directed to Tamera was majorly because of her husband. Because yes, they said her husband is racist, he's MAGA, and they said the majority of the hate that she's receiving is solely because of the person that she married. Now people are calling out Tia.
Tia Mowry recently did an interview with the Associated Press, and I think she just made this whole rift rumor even worse for herself. So as you know, Tia has this new reality show talking about the next chapter in her life. And in one of the trailers for it, she says that she wishes that she was closer with her sister, that she could pick up a phone and call her. She then backpedaled and then said, oh, I just meant distance. And then Tamera revealed on a red carpet that she found out about this reality show like we all did.
Was returning to reality TV.
I know. I didn't know until I found out with the rest of the world.
Any chance we'll see you on there?
She didn't ask me.
So in this Associated Press interview, the journalist asked Tia, so why exactly didn't you tell Tamera about this reality show? And this is what Tia had to say.
She said that she didn't know that a reality show was coming out. You were doing it. So is there a reason why you didn't tell her?
That's normal. I mean, do you tell your brother and your sister everything?
Well, I do tell them anytime I get a new job or something that's significant.
It's something that just happens. I mean, I found out something about my brother the other day and he didn't tell me. It's just, I feel like, like I said, we have...
This is significant.
Yeah, but like I said, I think
maturing is realizing that between Tia and Tamera Mowry, Tia is the bad twin. Like, Tia's the evil twin. I know y'all want to say Tia is y'all favorite twin because she's the black twin, but Tia is the villain between the two. Tia is the villain because if you've ever seen when they had that reality show, a lot of times, like, I see the clips online and they resurface. Watching the clips, Tia used to antagonize Tamera. Tia definitely used to antagonize Tamera. And Tamera's just kind of like a soft she's like a little gummy bear. She's like a little gummy bear. She's not going to bust a grape. She's not that girl to kind of, try to comfort you or anything like that. Like, there was a scene where there was something about, I don't know if it was Tamera's wedding or Tia's wedding. It might have been Tamera's wedding. And they were beefing about something, and like Tia made her cry. It was just, I can't remember exactly how it went, but if you look up the clips on TikTok, you'll see it. So I say all that to say, Tia is the bad twin. Tia is the bad twin, even though she's the black twin. It's Tia.
Hot take in regards to the duo only. I'm not talking about no, in regards to the duo, the sisters, the twins, Tia's always been the problematic sister, not Tamera. I get that everyone dislikes Tamera because she's quote unquote MAGA. I don't know what proof people have of that, but I don't know, I don't know. But we have an entire history of evidence of Tia being the spiteful, hateful, mean-spirited sister. But some way, somehow, because Tia is for the culture and Tamera is to the uppity, suburban rich girl, like, the Black community decided that Tia was the favorite one. But Tia has always been the problem, not Tamera.
Welcome to another episode of My Opinion That Nobody Asked For. Let's talk Tia and Tamera Mowry. I am a Mowry fan. I love all the Mowrys. And my favorite Mowry is Tamera Mowry. Yes, I said Tamera Mowry. When I say I'm a Mowry fan, yes, I watch their show, their reality show, as well as all their other shows. If you watch that show, you will see they had issues way back before now. And Tamera wasn't the problem. I said it. Tamera was not the problem. Yes, every show has its own edit, but they can only edit what you give them. And what was very clear shown was that Tia always compared herself to Tamera. And Tia made it very clear that she thought that she was superior and that she wanted Tamera to be jealous of her because she had the gate. And when Tamera didn't show signs that she was jealous of Tia, Tia had an issue of that. And then when Tamera got the host on The Real, Tia had an issue with that. Now go back and watch the show and tell me different. I say all that to say Tia has always shown signs of comparing and being jealous of Tamera. Here's where I have an issue. My issue is with all of the finger warriors on the internet who dislike Tamera because of who she's married to. You can like Tamera and not like who she's married to because you're not married to him. You don't have to come home to him. People don't like her husband because of who he used to work for. The company he used to work. He doesn't work for them anymore. 1. 2, he was paying the bills with that money, okay? But his job is not her job. His company is not her company. People don't like her husband because of comments that he has made that rub people the wrong way. But again, those were comments he made, not comments she made. I will say this. I have not liked every company that I worked for, but I kept working there until I got another company because guess what? I had bills to pay. I have a husband who pays my son to cut my grass. I would not pay my son to cut my grass because he don't pay a bill in this house. But that's a decision he made. That's my man. And I'm going to stick beside him. Do y'all really expect a woman to leave her husband because he made comments that you guys didn't like? Or would you expect for her to stay committed to the vows that she made, go in that bedroom and have a conversation, and then see how many comments he has continued to make after that? I'm just saying, we can't hate Tamera because of who she's married to. Y'all can do whatever you want, but I'm not doing it. And I just think I need people to think brighter out of the box, you guys. Like, you guys are really hating on this woman and bringing probably some type of torment to her and her children who can read and have friends who have the internet because of who she's married to. It is not fair. It ain't fair. She got to deal with enough coming from her sister, but then dealing with, oh, child. Okay, bye.
One thing that I have always noticed about Tia and Mowry, especially when I used to watch their shows, Tia and Tamera back in the day, Tia Mowry always gave, I don't even know if I'm saying her last name, Tia Mowry. Anyway, Tia Mowry always gave, she just didn't want to be a twin. You ever met some twins where I think a lot of people assume that, you got the Diddy twins where they dressed alike, they love being up under each other, they love being sisters and lookalikes. You got some twins that can't stand the other twin. You got some twins who wish they were born by themselves. And to me, Tia gives that. She gives like she is the twin to let you know she was born first. She's the twin who had to do everything first. And she likes to play that role. And of course, we just all assuming. But if you watch the previous shows from back in the day, she always gave
like I'm the better twin. I'm the blackest twin when they both came from a white dad and a black mom. They're both.
So I'm commenting as a twin on the Tia and Tamera debacle that's been going around. For those of you guys who don't know, but everybody's online, so I'm sure you've seen it. But Tia posted a little video doing the Netflix trend where she says, like, when they do a documentary series on having the same face but living very different lives. And obviously the context behind both of them is the fact that a lot of people have been supporting Tia in the Black community over Tamera for years because of the fact that Tamera married a white man who they claim was MAGA and Trump supporter and worked on Fox News and all these things that I actually don't know that much about. Tia and Tamera have always been one of those twins that was like staple household name, especially in the Black community. Like they both were all on the same networks, the same things growing up, the same movies. They worked together actually for such a long time. It was only recently, like in the 2010s, that they started going their own way. So for people to kind of claim to claim Tia over Tamera has been always kind of weird to me, and say that Tamera's more white or whatever, because like they kind of were always in the same stuff. It's just who they married obviously was different. And certain things about their personalities, I guess. But to be honest, they both kind of were quirky to me. They both always gave girl next door. Tia a little bit more outspoken, but nothing about her specifically except for who she married gave that she was a blacker twin in general with them. Anyway, all that aside, the saddest part about seeing this whole twin debate between them, or this like thing that Tia is kind of starting or propagating, is these are twins. And I don't think if you're not a twin, you don't understand, like, being a twin is the same DNA, the closest person to you on the earth, like person who shares the same genetics as you, looks the same as you, probably thinks and feels very similar to you, if not exactly. Obviously nature and nurture plays a huge role, but because of how similar twins are, the bond usually is very, very strong. The fact that even the kids are usually half siblings is a very close bond. If I met somebody who treated their twin a certain type of way, as someone who's a twin, I would be scared to be friends with that person, no shit, no tea. Because if you can treat your twin identical blood, DNA, similar, whatever, like that, then how you gonna treat me, boo? And even if you feel like, okay, as a friend that I am closer to you, maybe like you feel like I have similar ideologies to you, that's still very concerning to see someone treat another human being that's their blood, their own twin, their own sister like that. Things that pop up a lot as being a twin is that people try and put you against one another. Some people are just, jealous of like a twin bond, like, oh, like you have someone that's that close to you. I'm not that close to my siblings, or I don't have siblings, or I don't have a friend that's that close. And so some people will try and put you and your sister against each other. But for me, especially me and my sister, we have always seen that when we try and put somebody in between us, or we let someone get in between us, like it ultimately ends up biting the person who did it in the butt, because it's like, now you see that the person who didn't like your twin most likely doesn't like you either. Because if someone's going to try and ruin your sibling bond like that, they probably don't like you. If someone really cares about you, they'd want you to prioritize and maximize your relationship with your sibling. So that was when we were younger, mind you, like elementary school. Since we've grown up, we don't ever let anybody get in between us, even if it is family members. Like, we talk it out because we understand that at the end of the day, like, that's the closest person on this earth to me. So why would I let people over what? Likes, over clout, over even romantically, like, even letting our romantic partners get in the way of our bond is something that we would never let happen, because that's crazy. Like, you just met that person, relatively speaking. So it is really sad to see that what's going on with Tia and Tamera. I really hope that Tia reflects and thinks about the things in her life that's making her act that type of way. She's been doing this since the TV show, and I know that because I rewatched all the show's episodes recently, and I was very gagged to see, like, she was actually worse back then. She's more subtle with it now, but like, it's crazy to see like your own blood, heart, and soul getting in the way of a bond that, should not be broken.
How did y'all never see that Tia and Tamera situation? Like, it was definitely blatant in Sister, and with the gang, and with Twitchies. Like, come on now. We saw that. See, I get them confused. Tia was the mean girl. Tamera just wanted to be like, oh, Elmo's world. Like, yeah. But Tamera, she wanted to be that girl. Like, she wanted to be the one. Did nobody see that? How y'all didn't see that?
One of the common comments that I came across that made me pause a little were people saying, oh, I don't care. Tia is the black one, so I am going to support her more. Like Tia is more dark skinned, so they are going to support her more. But these are legit twins, and these are people who are born by the same father and the same mother. I feel like even sometimes the internet as well can form more, it's between two siblings as well. So Tia has always been the one that people love so much. A lot of people claim that Tia has always been the perfect actress as well. Like Tia is better, Tia is authentic, that they are drawn to Tia, and they still believe that Tamera is the problematic one. But now I think people are now saying, you know what, Tia has actually been the problematic sister. Like, I have comments here that I actually like screenshotted the comment sections of videos of people addressing the situation, or some of the problematic things that Tia had said, that you can obviously see that she's antagonizing her sister. She wants a reaction out of her sister. So I have those comments here. But the funniest to me, which I can use to relate to people talking about treating Tia better because she's the darker one, is someone saying Tia is mixed and Tamera is biracial. If you get the gist, if you have been on the conversation of biracial kids and mixed kids, I know that I do not need to further explain this to you. You just need to get this for you to understand what this comment is pointing at. So they said Tia is mixed and Tamera is biracial. Another person said, I don't think Tia is jealous. I just think Tia knows something that we do not know about her sister. Do you guys think something happened that we do not know about her sister? Because to be honest, Tamera could have sold anyone with how, bubbly, relaxed. She has more of this relaxed, kind face compared to Tia, but people were saying that Tia is more authentic and Tamera is just performing, Let me hear what you guys think. The majority of the comments are just people basically saying that Tia is the weirdo that so many people perceive Tamera to be. And one of the moments that people brought up is the fact that Tia chose to announce her divorce the very day of Tamera book release. So she has always been subtle in the way that she antagonized her sister, but people are not seeing it, and now it is coming to light. And people have been pointing out the weird energy that they've been perceiving or they've been getting from Tia recently, and one of those is the clip that you guys saw of them on the red carpet, where they were asking Tamera about the new show, and she was like, she legit found out the way every other person, like with every other person, found out. And she's just getting to know about it as well. And they were even asking, are you going to be on there? She said she never asked me. But when the camera panned to Tia and they were interviewing her, she had said something like, do you tell your brothers and sisters everything? The interviewer was even talking about how if it is something major, something big, I tell my brothers and sisters, which is basically just telling her that this is something that you should tell your brothers and sisters. My thought process prior to all of this coming out now, is the fact that I feel like these two people just wanted a separate life. I feel like the universe is trying to force them to have the same kind of life, but they just wanted a separate life. Like, they do not want to do the same thing over and over again together. And I feel like that should be normal, because as twins, you're forced, maybe not forced, but you're expected, or just the expectation is just for you guys to like the same thing, for you guys to wear the same thing. Maybe they grew out of that. These are grown women, by the way. They grew out of that and they do not want that anymore. And everybody wants their own aesthetics, wants their own way of things, want to do life in their own ways. I feel like they should be allowed for that. But this is the other side of TV. This is the other when you're signing up to be famous. This is the other side of TV. A lot of people who supported Tia before said that they checked out of supporting Tia when she decided to announce her divorce the same time that, Tamera was doing her book release, that they could just sense the jealousy that was coming out of Tia. Like, it was so obvious that this girl legit is jealous of her sister. Another point is how Tia was horrible to Tamera all through her wedding. And I think someone brought that up as well in the stitch. I really want to hear what you guys think. Do you think Tia is jealous of Tamera because people believe that this piece that she prepared for Tamera has backfired on her and now she is the one being a drag? I want to hear what you guys think about it in the comment section, and I am going to see you guys in the next one.